Good morning, New Zealand. Today is 10/7/2017. The date in New Zealand is 10/8/2017. In front of me, I have a map of Google Earth, and we're going to go down the quakes since yesterday and into this morning, which is the 8th. Our first quake is a 2.1 in the Cook Strait area. It was 62 kilometers in depth. The next quake was a 2.4, and it was in the Rakamura Park Forest, and that's the East Cape. And we can see it's a hilly area here. The next quake was a 2.6. It was in between Leslie Hills and Wye River. So Wye River is here and Leslie Hills is here. And you can see Wye River is here. There's also looks to be some deforestation going on here and replanting. The next quake was a 1.7. It was 93 kilometers in depth near Oreki Geothermal Park and Cave. And that is right here. So we'll get a good look at the area here. And we can also see that this is the same area that there was a quake at the other day. And this is the geothermal park and cave here. The next quake was a 2.5. It was 90 kilometers in depth. It was near Cable Bay next to Wakapuka River and Cable Bay Quarry. And Cable Bay Quarry is over in here. So what we'll do is, I think there's a landing here. And if we look here, we can see Cable Bay Quarry. You can also see that it's over here as well. I'm not sure if this is the same name, so we'll look. Maybe an older one. The next quake was a 0.3. Hicks Bay area, East Coast. Hicks Bay is right here. The next quake was a 3.2, 54 kilometers deep along the Wye River. The next quake was a 2.8. It was at the end of the North Island along the Wamana River. This is the river down here. Next quake was a 2.3. It was on the east coast, North Island, between Makuri and Pangaroa. The next quake was a 4.3, 75 kilometers in depth, off the tip of the East Cape. There was also one other quake, which was over in here, and for that we'll go over here to the Google. And actually, I removed it, but it is right in this area here. Let me see if I have it on this one. So it is right there. It was a 4.9. The next quake was a 2.3. It was 82 kilometers in depth. And that's in the Cook Straits area. And then we had a 1.3 on the east coast of the North Island. You can see that's near the longest place name in the world. So let's stop on and see what the name is. Have to look that one up. Okay, there it is. Wow, that's a long name. Tamatawakantangi Hanakoa Otamatera Turipuka Kapi Kima Oga Horang Nuki Opakowai When, and I can't see the rest of the name. That's a long name. Next quake is a 2.0. This is on the East Cape. And you can see there is deforestation going on here. The next quake is a 2.4. And this is near Isco, Jackson Bay, and Cascade River. Jackson Bay is here. Cascade River is here. That's a gorgeous view. Next quake is a 2.5. And this is between Taramea and Akutana. The next quake was a 2.4, and it was off the coast of the North Island, East Coast. The next quake was a 2.2, and it was 42 kilometers in depth, and it was near Torare. Torare is here. The next quake was a 2.3 between Frasertown and Waiau River. The next quake was a 1.9, and it was near Dunverkey. Now we head into today's quakes for October 8th, 2017. First quake we start with is a 2.0. This is between Tukituki River and Kurahanaki. And sorry, I'm trying to get these words right, you guys. The next quake was a 1.2. And this is the east coast towards Wellington and near Wanganui. The next quake was a 2.3, and it was on the East Cape near Hikurangi. And this is Hikurangi. And it's a 1,752 m peak in the eastern corner of New Zealand's North Island, about 80 kilometers northeast of Gisborne. And to read more, click on Wikipedia. The next quake was a 2.4 near Kokura. You can see Kokura is right here. The next quake is a 2.5 East Coast, Leslie Hills. And this is the Wai River here. The next quake was a 2.6 off the East Cape of North Island off of Taroa. You can see Taroa is over here. And that's one of the oldest trees here. And then there's a school here. And that's the Awatara River. The next quake is a 2.2 East Coast, North Island. Next quake was a 2.7 in the Cook Straits, which is here. The next quake was another 2.7, Rotorua, East Cape. Next quake was a 2.9, 62 kilometers in depth, near Mount Lyell. And that's Lake Tanu. And that's South Ford here. The next quake was a 2.2. It was East Coast, North Island. The next quake was a 2.5, Lake Wakamarunmana. I think I'm saying that correctly, hopefully. And this is the lake over here. Next quake is a 1.8, Poverty Bay, East Coast, North Island. And let's see if we get a land view here. The next quake was a 1.4, East Coast, North Island. And this was back near where the other one, the 2.2, happened, right before this. The last quake for now is a 1.3, back at the same lake, Wakaramona. And it is almost opposite of where the other one was. Anyway, you guys, much love, and please tune in to Dutch Sense for your evening forecast. And please like, subscribe. That helps my channel grow. I appreciate it. Thank you. And much love.